Hi, this is Tony with Mid-Atlantic Living, and today we're going to cook first time oxtails. And it's a cold day in January here in Virginia, and we were thinking about something to cook, so we thought, why not first time oxtails? We just happen to have these in the freezer, if you believe that or not. But we're going to go through, show you how to cook these in an Instapot, and it should go rather quickly. So stick with us. Please subscribe, give us likes, get comments, and we'll get going. We'll go through some of the ingredients that we're going to use as we're cooking our oxtails. Begin with, we have 7 of the yellow mini potatoes. You can use russets, you can use any kind of potatoes you like, but that's kind of the quantity. And what I'm making this stew for is just for myself and my wife. So you can probably double this for a family. Then we got 20 of the baby carrots. Then we got a large onion, 8 cloves of garlic, and in my garden I had some jalapenos that were left over. And what we did was we dried the jalapenos. So I'm gonna add 3 of those to that to kind of help flavor that up some, because I kind of like my stuff spicy. Of course, the oxtails themselves. We have salt, pepper. I've already measured out and put the measurements of the different ingredients into these containers to kind of make this go a little quicker. But what I've done was I had a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, and I also added into the same container 1 1/2 tablespoons of soy sauce. This container consists of 2 bay leaves, a pinch of thyme, and a pinch of oregano. So a pinch is just a little bit, not a lot. And then the tomato paste, we have 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. And then to kind of top it off at the end, we'll use some chicken stock, and we'll also cook some quinoa for this oxtails to go over. And that'll be our meal. So give us a few minutes to get the Instapot going. What we're going to do next is we have the Instapot turned on. It's turned on saute. I'm waiting for it to warm up. Should take about 8 minutes for it to warm up. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper one side of the oxtails while that's warming up. So not a lot of salt, however much pepper you like. I'm kind of a pepper person, so I'm going to use a little bit more than you probably would normally use. And then we're going to wait for the Instapot to warm up. Once it does, we're going to add the olive oil to the Instapot, and we'll start sauteing the meat, browning it up, and we'll be back in a minute. The Instapot flashed hot, so now it's ready to go. We're going to start to braise these oxtails. So start with some olive oil, just kind of coat the pan. Then we'll add the oxtails in. Warm some, kind of move them around, make sure they don't stick. And those should cook for about 5 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, we'll turn these over. We'll salt and pepper the other side, and then we'll proceed with the next step of the recipe. And we're just now waiting on the 5-minute timer. Shouldn't be just a few more seconds. At that point, once that timer goes off, we will turn this over, salt and pepper the other side, and we'll continue sauteing this for another 5 minutes. We'll let that saute for another 5 minutes and we'll be back. Okay, so we're just a few minutes or a few seconds away from the 5 minute timer going off for the sauteing of the other side of the oxtail. Well, there goes the timer right now. So at this point, we want to remove the oxtail. Select the stop. And then we're going to start adding some of the other ingredients. We're going to start by adding the onions, the sliced onions. We're going to saute those for 2 minutes. So we'll take the onions, get it into the olive oil. Select the timer for 2 minutes. So after we saute the onions for 2 minutes, then we're going to add the 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 bay leaves, a pinch of dried oregano, the dried thyme, and we're going to saute those for 3 minutes. That sure looks good down there, doesn't it? It's smelling real good too. You won't believe it. The smells of the kitchen make me hungry. Add. When the timer goes off, we'll start with tomato paste. Then we'll add the other dry ingredients and saute that for another 3 minutes. Then we'll add the dry ingredients. There's the bay leaf and the pinch of thyme and oregano. At this point, we'll also add our peppers that we got from the garden. Okay, so we're back. 3 minutes of sauteing those items are done. Next, we have to deglaze the pot to get all the little brown fixings off the bottom. That's where so we got the deglazing done. We're going to add the balsamic vinegar and the soy sauce next. Then next we will add the oxtails themselves that were pre-browned. Okay, now that we've got the deglazing done of the Instapot, we've added the soy sauce and the balsamic vinegar. Next, we add all these goodies to the top of it. So you got your garlic, you got your potatoes, carrots, all of that goes on top. Hopefully keep some off the floor.
Use your hand.
Huh?
Use your hand. Better.
Okay, all the goodies are now in there. So just kind of stir them around, get them leveled off a little bit. Now, take a shot inside. That looks pretty good. So next, we're going to start by cooking. So what I've got to do is I've got to set the pressure cooker up to cook for 40 minutes, and then it'll have to do a natural release, of course, of the pressure for 20 minutes. So now that we have all the ingredients in the Instapot, we will close the lid. And you've got to make sure that your vent is unvented so you don't lose your pressure at all. Okay, so what you want to do at this point, we want to cook this for 40 minutes, pressure cook it, and you can see it's on high. I've got beef selected, and for 40 minutes. So we will get that started. And we'll come back. So we're sitting here waiting. You can now see that the Instapot has 38 minutes to go. For it to build up pressure, it took a little while, but now it's counting down, cooking. And so we're down to the countdown to 1 minute of cooking time left. So after that ticks down, we still have another 15-20 minutes we have to wait for the pressure to subside before we can take the top off. Once we take the top off, then we got to thicken up the gravy that's inside, and you can hear it just ended. So the cooking process is finally finished. Okay, we're back. It's been 40 minutes of cook time and 20 minutes to release the steam. I'm going to release the vent now. We'll see if there's any steam left. Doesn't seem to be. So there's our product. Boy, does that look good. It smells good too. So at this point, we have to remove the oxtails and half of the vegetables, the potatoes and the carrots. And then we got to bring it up to a simmer, and we will mash the potatoes and the carrots to kind of give the gravy some depth, and we'll go from there. Okay, so now that we've got the oxtails out, we've got to remove about half of the carrots out of here. I'm bringing the pot back to a boil. So at this point, we're going to thicken this gravy up. We're going to mash up the vegetables, and this gives us a little thickening to our gravy. And I see that the potatoes, you can see, have thickened that gravy. So I do want some vegetables in this, so I'm not going to mash it any further. Then I'm going to return this back to the pot. Continue to let that saute for a little bit. And then we're going to finish up our quinoa that's behind me on the stove. And we'll plate it up and we'll give it a try. We'll be back. So here we are. We have it plated up. Finally finished up. Got some quinoa. I'm serving this over quinoa. I'm a diabetic and I can't eat rice, so the quinoa is the closest thing I can get to rice. So we got that. We have the vegetables. You can see the oxtail meat, which is very tender, and we'll give it a try. Very good. It's 16 degrees outside here in Virginia. This meal's good and warm, and I know it's going to warm me up. So this is Tony from Mid-Atlantic. Thanks for joining us. Please like us, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.